Hello everybody, it is Dangeles, and today I am going to be building a boathouse. So this is something that's pretty cool, something that you can add on a lot of different kinds of houses along water. So I'm going to be building it alongside of the blue beach house that, has the lighthouse connected to it. So I have this space right here, and this is where I'm going to build it off from. So you guys can feel free to follow along if you want. If you can pick a house, along the water that you have in your world or something like that, this would be a great addition to it. So let's go ahead and get started. So I'm going to take out some oak wood slabs real quick. I'm just going to place these in, going all the way down. We're going to have them 3 blocks wide, and I'll probably take them like, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, honestly, as far as you can need to go before you kind of get over the water. So that's 6 for me. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take some oak wood slabs, and I'm just going to line them along the edge of that like this, just like that. And then what I'm going to do is get out some of these pillared quartz blocks. Now, this is a thing that you can decide to do whatever you want with. I'm going to be using pillared quartz blocks because it matches the house. But if you have a house built out of like logs, you can use logs. That's gonna be like the cool part about this thing, is that it's pretty, you can use whatever kind of materials you want. I'm just gonna be using the ones that I like, or the ones that match the blue house. So I'm gonna be using light blue wool and quartz and things like that. So anyway, I took this out 3 blocks wide from here, so we got 4 blocks total. And then what I'm going to do is place 2 slabs like that, and then I'm going to place another pillar of, whoops, that's not what I want. I want a pillar of pillared quartz slabs, or just regular quartz blocks. I don't even know what they're called anymore. Just like that. So we have this kind of good starting point right here, where we have, 4 blocks in between the 2 pillared quartz, blocks, pillar things, pillar quartz pillars, I guess we're going to call them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come across right here. I'm just going to take this all the way down to the other side where we had it. And then I'm going to place some fences. So we have 4, 5, 6 fences. So ideally, we'd like to have a few more than that. Since I have a 3 block wide entrance right here, we want it to be, lined up with the other side. So we have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, actually, it just lined up. I don't know why I thought that was only 6. Yeah, so that's perfect. So we have 7 fences right there. That is going to work beautifully. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and bring up another pillared quartz pillar right here. And just, kind of line all of these up. We'll decide how tall we want these to be later. And then, of course, I'm going to put another one right here. Just kind of have them all connected into like this square at this point, like this. So we're looking pretty good. All right, so next thing I'm going to do is continue the oak wood planks. Just continue these down through here. And these are just going to keep going a little bit. Probably to like right here should be good for now. And then what I want to do is I want to go ahead and figure out what I want to do with this boat house. So we're going to add like a house here, which I think will be pretty cool. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I guess, let's see, well, should we make it 6? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's make it 6. All right, so we're going to go 6 blocks of light blue wool, and then we're going to place another pillared quartz thing. So we can extend this oak wood out again, 1 more block like that. All right, cool. So next thing we can do is we can place some upside down stairs right here, just to kind of line this whole surrounding thing along the edge of the pillared quartz like this. Just kind of like wrap it around. And we can even add another pillar right here just to kind of support it. It's not really going to be connected to anything, but for now it's good. And like I said, we haven't really decided how tall we're going to make the pillars yet, so we'll just leave it like that for now. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this up a few blocks here. I'm going to leave a space for a window. So let's see. I'm going to leave a 2x2 space for a window where I'm going to put some glass right here. Like that. And then want to leave that open. We're going to leave it opening for a door right here. And then we're going to take this up. And I guess I can put a upside down. Wait, no, not there. Right here. And then this can be like that. Alright, so this will go in here and we'll just start to fill this in with the wood as the flooring of what is going to be the storage area of this little boat dock, boat house, hybrid looking thing that we're going to make, one of those upscale, boat station places where you can, rich people have, like when you see along the lakes and things like that. So, anyway, upside down quartz stairs going across like that. And then back here, here's what we're going to do. So we're going to take a few blocks across again right here. So let's see. We want to get out some pillared quartz blocks and put them sideways on each side like this. And then we're going to make this side. It's not going to be a perfect square. It's going to be more of a rectangle, a little bit wider on this side. So let's see. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to start now. Let's put 2 blocks like this, and then we'll place some pillared quartz right there, and then we'll place some windows. We'll take this down a few more. Again, we're gonna go like that and like this, and then we'll take this across through here, and then this is gonna go across up here, and there we go. We have our, this is gonna be the wider side, so kind of like that. So we got 2 blocks of, if we're going across, we got 2 blocks of light blue wool, then we got our pillared quartz, 2 blocks of glass, another pillared quartz, and then 2 more light blue wools. And now, you guys could probably see it coming. We're gonna place another pillared quartz, pillar right there. It's kind of hard to say, pillared quartz pillar. All right, so we got that. So now all we have to do is kind of just fill in the sides. So we're gonna take this across here, take this across right here, and then we'll kind of meet here, and then place another pillared quartz, another pillar of quartz, pillar of pillared quartz. If that makes any sense? Okay, and then, all we have to do is kind of just like fill in, the walls where we have it. So let's go ahead and take it up through here, right here. Take this across. Since we don't need a door on this one, we can make this one a little bit better. So let's go ahead and place some pillared quartz, like that. Cool. And then, of course, we need to put our stairs on top of that. All right. So now, again, we can fill this whole thing in now with wood, since we kind of have the perimeter of it all planned out. So here's the, where we can fill that in. And then all we have to do is just, copy the same design that we have on the other side to create the other wall, and then we'll have this thing pretty much done. All right, so the idea is that this room is going to be kind of like a storage shack, and then we'll have like a little balcony thing on the top of this building to, people can like sunbathe and lounge and things like that. So that's the plan, right, guys? And then, we'll continue over to like that side where we'll work on the boat docks and stuff like that. So I'm going to place some upside down quartz stairs with some slabs in between underneath of the pillared quartz blocks, and then underneath of the glass we're going to place the slabs going all the way around on each side like this. And we're going to place some flower pots there later just for some extra decoration, but so far so good. So let's go ahead and continue here. We're going to finish that later, but we're going to go over here for a second. So what I want to do is get out some logs. We're going to get out some oak wood, some standard oak wood, and these are going to be some logs that we're going to take across. So let me go ahead and kind of plan out where these are going to be. What this is going to be is kind of just like one of the little, like docks that are going to be kind of floating on top of the water. It's going to look a little bit more run down and like, old school, I guess, than, the part that's kind of hanging above the water. This one clearly has been more affected by the water, a little bit more of aged wood. And that's why we're using logs for this instead of just like, your standard oak wood slabs. So, or oak wood planks, I meant. So we're going to take this out. I'm not really sure how many blocks we'll take this out. I guess like 5 blocks will do. That's totally fine. We'll probably extend this even further at a later point. But what we're going to do is we're going to line up a pillared quartz pillar that's going to line up with that block on this one and then on this one. So this will kind of be like where it'll be. And it'll be as tall as those right there. Actually, I think we do have these at the proper height, just by luck. So that's good. So in each one of these pillared quartz, we're going to place a slab on top just to kind of like top it off, I guess. So we're going to do that all the way around. And then over here as well. And we can leave it like that. That looks pretty good. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we need to connect these. So I'm going to get some quartz slabs, and we're going to place them upside down along the lining, along the top of the blue. So you kind of have like, you see a little bit of blue through there. You want that. That's a good thing. All right, so we're going to take this going all the way, and we're just going to connect this pretty much to the other, quart pillar. I don't even know what I'm trying to say, but you kind of get the idea, right, guys? So this will go all the way down, connect all the way through over to here like this, and then connect back to over here, and then connect all the way back to the other side. And then what we have to do is just simply fill this in with the pillared quartz slabs. Oh, wait, hold on, pillared quartz. I don't know, I get all the quartz stuff mixed up when I'm trying to do these like let's builds, I'm trying to build and like say the names at the same time, and it gets me all confused and stuff like that. It always happens, but whatever. You guys are watching the video, you know what block I'm using. You don't, even if I botch the name half the time. But anyway, there we go. So we have kind of this awning here, which will give a nice protection from the sun with the boat. Not a huge space for a boat. You can make it bigger if you want to fit a bigger boat. What I'm going to be doing is putting a jet ski here in a second, since it's got a perfect space for a jet ski. But we're going to go ahead and clear our inventory, and we're going to grab some new materials. So I'm going to get out some light gray wool. I'm going to get out some swiftness potions, some anvils, and we need some light gray carpet. And we're going to need, I think that should be good. Oh, no, we need some flower pots and things like that. And you know what else we need? We need a bed. We need to be able to sleep this off so we can you know, work at the daytime. So let's do that. So let's go ahead and do that. Sleep real quick, and we'll continue. All right. So there we go. Okay, so we're gonna continue here. So again, this whole thing is gonna get filled in with light gray wool. Let's get our swiftness out. That's why we got that. This is gonna fill in with light gray wool, and you know, this is just gonna be the deck, the top deck for, you know, this building, I guess, this little boathouse. And then we're gonna place some anvils here as our railings, since anvils are really cool as railings. I think it's like my favorite kind of railing. You know, it's kind of like a more cool looking version of fences, I guess, even though it's not really their purpose. And then we're gonna place some light gray carpet over top, just to, you know, kind of like stick to the color theme, so it's not just the anvils. So that is the plan, guys. And of course, like I said earlier, you can use any kind of color scheme you want. You can use any kind of wool. You can honestly make it look more like old school, or like, you know, more worn down, if you want to use like stone, like cobblestone and like logs instead of using like these nice, like clean looking blocks. I'm just simply using it to match the house, which, you know, is looking pretty good right now. So anyway, let's continue. I'm gonna place some flower pots in here, and we're gonna put some ferns in these. And who knows how you water these flower pots? I guess these windows are supposed to open or something like that, and that's how you water them. So that's the idea there. And there we go, guys. We're almost done. So we pretty much have the whole boathouse, pretty much everything done. We just need to build the jet ski real quick. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to do something real quick. We need to place, what are these things? Where are these things? Levers. These are the, you know, little things where you can tie your boat to. If you do dock on this, you know, area, you can, you know, those are the, you tie the ropes of the boats around so it doesn't float away. That's kind of the idea of what that is. And then the last thing we need to do is just simply build our jet ski. So let's do that real quick. I have a jet ski tutorial on my channel. If you guys are interested in watching that, it will be in the outro as the random video, if you guys would like to watch it. You know, I just quickly build this jet ski like I'm doing right now. So it's really no point for you to go watch that video. But, you know, if you're interested in a more in-depth tutorial, you know, block by block for this, I'm just going to kind of build it as quickly as I can right now, just for the sake of this build. But, you know, it's a pretty cool little build. Something that's different, so I would check it out if you guys are, if you have the time to. All right, so we're gonna go like that. Just quickly build this jet ski. I gotta remember what kind of blocks I use for this thing. I think it's like pretty much that. It's pretty much all we need. So I'm gonna place those there, and then that like that, and then we go like this. Yep, and then we go under here, and we're gonna place like that. And like that. Wait, whoa, there we go. And then right here and there, and boom, we have our jet ski. So anyway, guys, that is going to pretty much conclude the video. Again, you can make this a little bit wider if you want to fit a bigger boat or something like that, or like maybe a boat like this, like a really big boat like that, you're gonna have to make it a lot wider. But the idea is it's supposed to be small. You know, you can fit a small boat in there. You know, honestly, you could just park a big boat like that on this side and kind of like attach it to the you know, the dock there. But anyway, guys, last thing I'm gonna do before we conclude this episode, again, you can do the interior and stuff like that however you want. I'm just gonna place some, you know, deck chairs up here, just some lounge chairs, so you can like sunbathe and stuff like that. As far as coming inside here, we need a door, but in here you can place some like chests or anything. Just pretty much just storage is all you need in here. And of course, you know what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna actually go ahead and do a quick staircase right here. So let's go ahead and do that. Let me just go ahead and do, I almost forgot to do this stuff. So yeah, just putting a small little staircase here so you can come up to the top here. So let's go ahead and open this up so we can put our staircase like this. Bam. And then you can kind of just walk right up here and chill out up here, have a good time. But anyway, guys, that's going to conclude the video. Thanks for watching this little, you know, boathouse tutorial. Something different, something that looks pretty cool, something that you can add to a lot of different houses, do a lot of different color schemes for. You can add different kinds of boats and everything. So overall, pretty cool. Thanks for watching, guys. Give it a like if you did enjoy it, and if you built along, you know, send me some pictures on Twitter or something like that. That'd be awesome. Twitter link is in the description if you don't follow me already. And that is going to conclude today's video, guys. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you're new, all that stuff. It's been your friend, the Neighborhood Dangeles. Hope you guys did enjoy it, and I'll talk to you guys on the next one. Peace out.